I believe your name is Adam, right?
Uh-huh.
No, here comes a new challenger. It's your boy Centel, and I'm here with Kai. Yo, tell the people what's going down, man.
Hello, Governor.
Now, listen, I have to have a full disclaimer. I didn't really watch Astro Boy. I did as a kid, but I do not remember the plot other than the fact that it's about this little kid who is a cyborg or a robot or AI or whatever it is. That's pretty much like the gist of it. And I'm hearing that this is either a spinoff of it or a prequel. I don't know where it fits in the Astro Boy timeline. So I'm going to go ahead and give you this default. I may not be knowing what I'm talking about. Rakai, you know anything about this?
A little bit. And I did watch the Astro Boy movie. It came out a few years back, and I know that's not like definitive Astro Boy stuff, but so I'm a little bit versed with Astro Boy. I just remember he was basically Pinocchio, little boy that, you know, wanted to be human, felt like he was human. For some reason, they had him run around in a tank top and Daisy Dukes and some red boots, and I was like, I don't know the meaning of this, but okay.
Yo, that's real talk, because I think the biggest part of Astro Boy culture are the boots that came out last year that everybody's losing their minds over. So maybe we can get some context to the red boots with this show. Of course, if you know anything regarding this plot line that we're going to miss, obviously, you know, leave all of those comments in the comment section. So without any further ado, we're going to get started. All right. Disclaimer, I know my pure at heart anime fans are going to be like, why are you listening to the English version? We just chose to listen to the English version because I want to be able to concentrate. So no subtitles on this one. I'm assuming these are taken from the original panels.
I would have to say so. Because I don't know if this is a original IP or a spinoff, or where did they get this from?
So it really was a manga.
Oh, okay.
So
What's happened here?
I ain't trying to fight that. Shout out to all my firemen. Y'all do the Lord's work for real.
Get closer and you'll burn alive! His signal's gone dead! Do you know what that means? Mont Blanc's signal's gone dead!
The hell is Mont Blanc?
This bad boy together.
Yeah, I was like, bro, you need to find another time to search for your dog.
The shadow.
Yeah, to think about it, that's next level directing.
Are pouring in from all over the globe.
A robot was an advocate.
Yeah.
So some type.
Greenless iPhone 38.
I have to go.
Yeah.
But what about your breakfast?
I don't know, it's futuristic, so that's got to be Google.
Oh, we way in the future. Okay.
Yeah, you know what this looks like to me? What was that?
Bernard Lanka, 42
the
years old,
Tom Cruise
killed in his
movie.
apartment. Big
Minority
advocate for
Report.
the International Robot.
That's what this feels like to me.
No sign of a search.
Come on, with this much damage, who can say?
I can tell. This damage is from the attack itself.
His job.
Into his head like a pair of damn horns.
Oh, that sounds personal.
Go ahead. Hold on.
But not only that, in the woods, in the fire, had the horns come out of his head the same way.
Good point. Good catch.
Model PRC 1332.
And they folded your homeboy.
Mm-hmm.
Could be destroyed so easily.
Yeah, that's some kind of rage or something.
Inspector.
Fisticuffs.
Yeah, but you got
Pair
hit
up
it with a
and search
car.
the place. Hey! Said pair up, you damn show off!
Oh, well, he's definitely
There-
more than human.
Yeah.
Or we can do this.
You
Nope.
was tripping.
No, sir.
See? That is the textbook definition of F around and find out.
Yes. My construction forbids the killing of a human. Like your victim.
Huh.
I'm a robot
Sounds like an
too.
Asimov rule.
Yeah. It's amazing how everybody, even in making other properties, and they put them rules in there.
I'm good.
Yes.
The hell?
I'm afraid I have some bad news.
The robot had a wife.
I'm piece. Get his Lando Calrissian on.
Years ago.
Okay. Dang, that's cool how the
I'll
flesh
track down
come
our-
that boy right back up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Volunteers, every single one, because they loved him. They loved my son from the bottom of their hearts.
His son. Huh.
Mont Blanc.
Mm-hmm.
No accident. They say it was a freak tornado that destroyed him, and one was reported in the area that night.
freak
mere
tornado
moments
in the
before
Alps?
fire that burned the
Now, I do remember in Astro Boy, he referred to the man that created him or whatever as his father. Just like in Iroh.
Incidentally, I brought up the idea with my wife of us maybe going on a little trip.
Well, that sounds
I wonder if
nice.
his wife is human.
But she has her work.
Mm-hmm.
What's the matter?
It's the most emotion we've seen from him all episode.
Right.
Oh my goodness. This means so much to me. Thank you.
Well then, I can see myself out.
I don't think I'd want my
Wait.
wife having my memory chip.
Who were all these big booty robots he was into?
Stay on your guard. In the time he's been here, he's taken out 4 robots who tried to engage with him.
This dude like the Hannibal Lecter of robots.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Clarice.
They fear me. The humans threw together that pile of junk so they can pretend they're not quaking in their boots.
I got a full-blown camera.
Yeah, dude's wild.
Thing wrong with me. My AI passed the test with flying colors. No flaw in sight.
Yeah, that's just who I am. I murder. I murder for fun.
Mm-hmm. You want to run?
Committed murder. All you have to do is exchange memory chips with me. Who knows? You might learn all sorts of things.
Don't do it, bro.
That sounds like a setup.
Crosshairs, do you not? There are 6 of them left, present company included.
Present company included. Like, just to let you know, I'm that dude too.
Yeah.
But of course, your whole damn body's a weapon. Make me tea, weapon. At once, sir. As for the type,
Wildin'.
Sir?
utterly lacking flavor. A
Damn.
beautiful
He
piece.
got bars
eh?
on it. Like he
Interaction like this butler robot. I can't get a read on him because
Yeah,
he's new, right?
yeah.
He's new. So at my first thinking when he first came in was like, is he like the killer, like disguised to get in this man's house?
The wind's caress, and always the glow of the gently setting sun.
For him to have such a disdain technology, it makes me wonder why he has him as his guard.
Maybe it's just because he can't see, and maybe they're a cheaper and more efficient service for him to have than a human. Plus, if he knows,
But I'd like to know I got as close as I could.
A weapon like you will never play the piano, and that's final.
yeah, he's like the way I got these gats up on this robe.
I do not want to belong on the battlefield.
But you keep on running your choppers, you're gonna find out.
Gotten a little better, eh? The only improvement you can hope for is if you turn yourself into a metronome.
I will attempt to recreate the...
He's wild.
Not music! Damn this piece of
Just a
junk!
hater.
Not yet! Not yet! Not yet!
Dang. That's jacked
Then...
up.
and paint them into song. I will show you priceless things that never should have been cast aside, and you will know your mistake.
He sound like Vegeta.
Yeah, he does. His mom, not his dad. Look it.
He nice with it.
Yeah. Now this is reminding.
He said that this one young woman in particular used to sing it so beautifully he remembers even now.
It was
That
his
young
mom.
woman.
Oh.
She did not throw you away when she sent you abroad. In the
Said
weeks
a
and
kitty
months as
cat.
your vision slowly dimmed.
Gonna finally take off his petticoat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's disrobed. Damn. My man came with the General Grievous.
I knew he had more arms under that because he was like crazy long.
Come back!
He gonna get his ass
Putting
handed to him.
I'm putting in grown man work right now.
He getting
I can't tell what's going on up there.
He's just gonna crash and burn.
You're singing our song, and with such feeling.
I don't think he's coming back, man.
No. He was singing that was his last.
Time to come back home, North Number
His,
2.
his
I think
death
it's
rattle.
enough singing for
Yeah,
one.
that was his last hurrah.
You're going to be late for piano practice.
It's been out like the 300.
Uh-huh.
No, here comes a new challenger. Like that? Huh. So, episode 1. I have to admit, it isn't what I was expecting. It's definitely different. It's a lot of slow moments that's going on in this episode. I think it has a lot to say, and I think over the span, I think it's like 8 episodes for this. For one, I didn't realize it was gonna be this long. This particular episode was like an hour and 10 minutes. And so it is not trying to rush the narrative by any means. It's like, we got you locked in for 8 and we gonna tell this entire story. How you feeling for the first go round?
Man, listen. This is a very, very Japanese, and it's crazy that this is a Netflix property. So either they licensed it and are just showing it on their platform, or I don't know. If this is a Netflix made, this feels very, very Japanese. And to be fair, the animation style looks like 80s, 90s animation style. So it's in line with how Astro Boy looked. Like the animation, it looks like a continuation of Astro Boy. It looks like very old Japanese anime. But the pacing, the story, like this is some modern typical stuff where they make an anime about a dude who likes to shop, and at night he transforms into a snail and he crawls around his apartment. Like, you'd be like, what? This right here, this hurt my feelings. I needed something to be killed. I need something to, let's get some more clues on the investigation, something. I mean, the old man, he tripped me out. He was rude and condescending, and then he got all emotional. But North number 2, I need to see North number 2 get busy. Even when you gave me the promise of some stuff happening, you put him in the clouds, and all I saw was lightning. Like, man, I didn't even get that. Oof.
No, I feel you on that. My apologies if you hear a lawnmower in the background. Groundskeepers, hopefully it won't last that long. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is what I'm getting from it so far, man. You said a lot of stuff that I do agree with. A lot of times when you're dealing with some animes, it's a different time. It's a different form of storytelling. It's definitely a lot different than Americanized storytelling. So you, based on my experience, they try to dig really deep into the why of why this person is doing this thing that they're doing. And the one thing I did find kind of unique, a lot of times from a lot of machines living in a human world type of projects, you always kind of see like these machines trying to find their humanity, right? It's like a really like big through line on a lot of these projects. With this one, it doesn't seem like they're searching for their humanity. It seems like they're just searching for themselves. It feels like AI has reached a level of equal measure when it comes to the spirit of their own soul, if that makes sense. It's not the quest to be more human. It's just the quest to understand themselves better. And maybe we're getting a little bit of that with in the very beginning when we see the main detective. And the first kind of tone and note that I got of that was when he talked to who I think is going to be the potential bad guy, the Hannibal Lecter character. The cry, do you still hear the crying of the lambs, Clarice? And that dude was like, look, I put bodies in the dirt and this is just who I am. It ain't no flaw. It's not an anomaly. This is who I am. I'm not trying to find my humanity. I put bodies in the dirt. And maybe he's going to try and maybe justify the actions of why this person is going around killing some of the world's greatest robots. And then we take like this weird just turn. And we talk to this old guy who is an old musician, well-renowned, who is pretty much just, I don't know if he's done with life, but he's bitter, and the only way that he can vent is through this music. And then we found like this old battered warrior who's coming down, who decides to be a butler after dropping, tens of thousands of bodies. And it kind of goes back to that tone again. This guy, the butler, isn't trying to be more human. He's just trying to figure out how to sort through his own demons, and they both kind of use each other to kind of figure that out. So that angle of this artificial intelligence trying to understand itself and not be latched onto a human being in order to gain that understanding to become more human. I do like that part, that element of the storytelling, but the method is just so long and drawn out. That's my only problem. I would imagine if this was like, if they had the budget and they were like, listen, we can only do 3 episodes. I'd be like, yeah, speed this joint up, because we spent a good 45 minutes of them just playing on the piano. It's like, we get it. It's like, we get it.
Man, we listened to that so long, I think I can play the piece now. Lord.
And the other thing that I did notice, okay, so like I said, I didn't do a lot of research on what this show is going to be about, but I did see the trailer, and if you see like some of the production notes and some of the production photos, they always show this little boy that's going to be a part of this whole process, right? However he fits into the narrative. And an hour and 20 minutes into the show, we don't see that little boy until the very end after we just got done listening to, 45 minutes of classical music. So I was like, man, y'all could have sped this up and brought this here a little bit closer, a little bit faster. So based off of, here's another thing that's interesting too, and I'm gonna ask you this question. When it comes to a lot of American storytelling and a lot of American narratives, the thing that is the most important when it comes to a show that is a series is the pilot. The pilot has to knock you out the park. It has to catch you, because a lot of times with a lot of American audiences, if we're not like wowed in the first episode, you don't really get a second go round. Whereas that isn't necessarily the case with with the typical other like foreign projects from overseas. They'll be like, well, this is just the start of this huge epic thing, and the first episode is going to be very, very slow because they're world building. As somebody who's an American audience, was this episode a deal breaker for you regarding watching the rest of the episodes, or you still in the park of like giving it a chance?
I'm definitely in a part of deal breaker. Now here's the thing, I'm gonna give it a chance because I am genuinely curious as to why this is getting rave reviews. And and I understand there have been properties before that I watched and been like, man, what is this? And you bow out and somebody's like, oh dude, if you were just in there for 2 more minutes, that's when everything happened. That's when everything got started. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what is going to happen. But right now, Siskel and Ebert give this 7 thumbs down. Like, I don't get it. I mean, the one thing that I did like about this is, and it's got my head like spinning, is that how this particular IP draws like parallels to so many other sci-fi things that we've seen that involve robots and sentience and robots. So I mean, even to the point where right there at the end, it reminded me of Blade Runner. Where Blade Runner, and you're talking about I don't know if that's Philip K. Dick or it's the Asimov story, but it was where the robots themselves are so advanced where they're at the point now where they don't even know that they're not human. And you have the replicants, and so I mean, it just, and I think these know that they're human or not human or whatever, but like the Gesicht, the inspector, he is very human, and if it wasn't for that he was mostly devoid of emotion, you wouldn't be able to tell that he's a robot.
Right. Yeah.
But I think it's interesting when you brought up the Hannibal Lecter robot. And like you said, it's not a glitch. Like, he is completely disregarding the 3 laws, and he's out here killing humans by the dozen. And, like he's going to pick up Krispy Kreme. Like, he is killing them. He is killing them and putting them in the dirt, and he's absolutely okay with it. And he's a sadistic serial killer when it comes to that. Yeah. But in all other shows, they show it as a glitch, but it's almost like he has embraced it and celebrated it. So if there's one, it's almost like, at your cousin's house in the projects, you know what I'm saying? You see one roach, there's a million of them. So how many other robots have this thing where they can disregard the 3 laws and do what they want, kill humans? Like, that is an interesting thing about this. But
yeah,
listen, if something don't start happening soon, man.
I'll say this: I am looking forward to at least giving it one more episode, because I want to see, because you said something that's very true, and I have fallen victim to it many times, and that is not giving a series a chance. And the next thing you know, it's like the most fire thing ever, and you missed the introduction where everybody else is like losing their mind. They're like, I can't believe that just happened. And I was like, man, I gave up on episode 2. Like I couldn't even see it.
Well, listen, so being part of the binge-worthy crew, there have been many a series where he's like, episode 2, he's like, you know what? All right, I'm out. And everybody's like, it's everything started going in episode 3. That's where it got good. And I was like, man, you gotta trust their word. He's like, all right, if I go back in this series and it don't get popping in episode 3,
it's gonna be trouble.
We're gonna have some words. But yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me give this lawnmower this moment to chill out before we close this.
I know he got a little bit of good weather, but he's out here. He's like, listen, I'm taking full advantage of it.
All right, so that's going to conclude episode 1. Let us know if you're still all in. Is it been boring you to tears? Is this one of those projects for those who have read the manga of this that is like, yo, just wait until we get to like episode 3? Put that in the comments, but please keep in context of no spoilers of just this particular episode. We are going to check out episode 2, and we're also going to see how you all out there respond to this, and then we'll see where we'll go from there. Hey, if you've been just enjoying the conversation regarding how we break some of this stuff down and talk about some of the things that we love, then go ahead and hit that subscription button, and of course give us that thumbs up, because that's how the people know you're digging what we're giving you. And if you want to know more about Rakai, go and let them know how they can get in touch with you, my guy.
Man, all social media at Diamond Mind, DIAMONDMYND. It's all about this right here.
Yo, you heard it here first. Don't worry if you can catch all that. There'll be a link in the description. Pluto. And we gonna see. We'll see you for episode 2. All right, man. Y'all take care. Peace.